Now, why don't you start off, Sandra, telling us your name and where you teach?
Okay, my name is SandraVoelker Wack. I teach at Nelson Lagoon School on the far western end of the Alaska Peninsula.
And why don't you just start off talking about, the fact that you are one of two teachers there, and you have 8 kids, multiple grades, and
Okay. Yes, my husband and I are the 2 teachers at Nelson Lagoon. My husband also does all the administration. We have students at the 4th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and 12th grade levels right now. I do the secondary, my husband does the elementary. A typical day would be language arts first period, then social studies, science, physical education, music, and fine arts. And my husband would do mathematics at the secondary level, and I also coach volleyball. So I essentially do most of the subjects at the senior high and junior high level, and I also teach elementary music and elementary social studies.
Now, talk about the highly qualified.
In terms of highly qualified, that is in process since I haven't been in the state all that long, but I would think there would be no doubt in my being highly qualified in social studies, language arts, and music, since I have a great deal of graduate education in those and a lot of experience. The rest of the subjects would take a considerable amount of time for me to become highly qualified.
Do you think it makes sense that kind of this one-size-fits-all law, that makes sense in rural Alaska, where you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, one-size-fits-all laws don't work in rural Alaska. It's impossible to comply with them, because when you have a school that has only 8 kids and limited funding as it is, you certainly cannot bring in additional teachers in all those different subject areas as you would in a larger school. So it's not only not a good idea, it's impossible.
Now, talk to us about the high turnover and what how detrimental that is to the students' learning. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we had a particularly high turnover the year my husband and I actually came in to reopen the school after the 3rd set of teachers quit in 1 year. The kids had really been hurt educationally as well as emotionally, if you can imagine, by having that inconsistency. And we also found that the really, really gifted students might be on grade level, and students who struggle in one area or another would be considerably below grade level. So we have fought an uphill battle, which I believe we're winning. In my husband's case, he had 2 3rd graders last year that were below grade level. They are now both above grade level. So we're having quite a bit of success.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Does Nelson Lagoon make AYP?
Yes.
Oh, talk about that.
Yes, we make AYP largely because we're so small, and the way it's averaged out, it kind of it leans the AYP in our favor. If we were bigger, I don't know what would happen. But yes, we did make AYP, and several other objective instruments last year. We actually excelled.
Great. Okay, now tell the bear fence story.
Okay, the bear fence. This is funny. For years, the community had been trying to get a bear fence put around the playground. We have big brown bears that pass through town on rare occasions, but they do pass through town. And the year before we came, a rather large male bear walked right through the playground. Of course, the kids scrambled for cover, and no one was hurt. Unfortunately, the bear had to be destroyed because it wouldn't leave, but the community had really pushed to have this bear fence. But we have inadequate administrative support, which comes out of another little community, Sand Point, and it had been rather low on the priority list. So my husband and I were kind of squeaky wheels, and we finally did get the bear fence put in, and now the kids are quite a bit safer in that I think they could get inside before the bear could knock down the fence. Unfortunately, it meant that since the only project we got was a bear fence, I ended up painting the inside of the school with the help of some students, which was greatly appreciated.
That is fabulous. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now, is there anything else that's kind of on your mind, or that you, an issue as far as?
Well, if we're dealing with this new program, this administrative program, let's call it, okay, it just went out of my mind, Obama's new program.
The race to the top.
Race to the top. I knew it had something to do with stepping. Okay, race to the top. I would think that...
wait, start over. If we're dealing, as far as race to the top,
okay.
da-da-da.
As far as race to the top, it has occurred to me that considering that our Molly Hooch funds, which will continue to lessen as our enrollment goes down, and there does not seem to be more students who will be coming to our school in addition to the ones we have, and we're graduating 2 this year. Those funds will go down. It would be, I think, of great benefit to these kids who live with certain hardships all the time anyway, to be for their school to receive, and our district as a whole, because we're all in this kind of a problem, some additional funding to help us a step ahead as far as our educational achievements.
Good.
That just occurred to me this morning.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I
I'm
thought,
so
wow.
impressed that you